My relationship to the female sex is a major theme. I'd like to think it's a good theme, a strong theme, one that has resulted in great happiness. Because I'm a man who doesn't like conflict, I'm not going to dwell on every last conflict I've encountered in the area of romance. But because I'm a guy writing a truthful memoir, I know that there are certain conflicts, hell, many goddamn conflicts, that I can't ignore. All that will come later. But here, in my grade school years, such conflicts didn't exist at all. I thought that the girls in Abbott were the prettiest flowers in all of Texas. They charmed me, and at the risk of boasting, I think they saw me in a favorable light. When it came to girls, I got off on a good foot. Fact is, I got along beautifully with members of the opposite sex my entire life, until I started marrying them. But that's a different story for a different chapter. In this chapter, Booger Red, at age 8 or 9 or 10, began seeing the sweet correlation between music and romance. Booger Red was fascinated by the workings of the guitar and the composition of simple little songs, but it was a fascination fueled by the knowledge that a kid with a guitar in his arms and a song on his lips had a better chance of coaxing a pretty young thing into a moonlight stroll and maybe stealing a kiss. At school, Bobby and I were seen as musical prodigies, she still far more than me. We were asked to perform at the assemblies, and we were always greeted with warm appreciation. That, along with Mama Nelson's undying support, made us feel special and helped melt away our natural shyness. Bobby took in the praise gracefully. I got spoiled. I was getting more interested in what was coming out of that Philco radio, our central source of information. These were the years when I delivered the Hillsboro Mirror on my bike, but when it came to news, I was more of a listener than a reader. We'd gather around the radio to hear President Roosevelt deliver his fireside chats. Those were moments of comfort. He was a father reassuring his children. He exuded an authority and confidence that made these dangerous days less scary. When the war broke out just around the time of Daddy Nelson's death, we saw young men from Abbott enlist. We prayed for their safe return. The radio broadcast news reports from foreign battlefields, yet it was hard to grasp the severity of the situation. At my age, I was more attuned to the entertainment floating over the airwaves. Naturally, I loved the cowboy adventures like The Lone Ranger, but also the comedies, Jack Benny, Fred Allen, and Burns and Allen. There were mysteries like The Green Hornet and The Shadow, and the soap operas like Stella Dallas and Our Gal Sunday that Mama Nelson never missed. In 1943, the year I turned 10, another radio personality caught my ear. Frank Sinatra joined Your Hit Parade. And though he was a million miles from Western swing, he had a sweet swing of his own. There was a tenderness to his voice, a purity and ease of phrasing. When he sang the popular songs of the day, I marveled at the natural way he told the story. When he sang with trombonist Tommy Dorsey, I heard how he used his voice like an instrument. And when Dorsey played his mellow trombone, I heard how he used his instrument like a voice. I also loved Louis Armstrong, who sang like he played and played like he sang. There was the same naturalness in the sound of Bing Crosby's voice, a singer who made you feel that he was right there in the room telling you a story. I didn't know the word intimacy then, but I felt it. Even in Abbott, where it hardly ever snowed, White Christmas had me dreaming of a winter landscape. Like Sinatra, Crosby turned singing into more of a conversation than a performance. He put you at ease. He spoke right to you. He made you feel he truly cared about you. Same year Sinatra came on Your Hit Parade, Ernest Tubb came on the Grand Ole Opry. Because Tubb was a Texan, I related to him as a neighbor. Like Sinatra and Crosby, he sang conversationally. I also learned much from his writing.